We have finished up our Kids on Bikes campaign. That was fun. It involved lots of birds and robots and slime people. And we are moving on to a new game. We are playing High Hopes in the Kitchen. I don't understand why I cannot have the chicken. Am I going to get copyright stricken for that? Either way, we are playing a new game tonight that is a hack of Honey Heist, made by someone who is here with us tonight watching. So hello, if you are in yet, I'm about to tweet and make sure that people know where we're at. However, Max Kasperek. And if you wait a minute, that will actually show up in the chat as well. So if you give it a minute, as people put things in the chat, it's going to give you a link to that. I didn't have time to set up a hot command for you to queue it up, but it is on itch.io. And we're live, says the tweet.
Nice.
So for this game, I get to set aside my forever DM status for a night. Also, we have a mascot for tonight. I made a little cat on an 8-bit art website. He doesn't have a name, so if anyone wants to give me bits, 500 bits, and you can name our little cat sprite.
Give me the bits.
Give me the loot. Speaking of
the cat will be known as Bits until you get the bits.
Yeah.
Now his name is Bits. I like that.
Little Bitsy.
I like Bitsy.
Yes.
You can rename our cat for 500 bits, but for now his name is Bitsy. I am a fan of this name.
As am I.
Let me get Stream Manager opened up too. Anyways, I'm going to shut up and let my wife take over. Megan?
All right, everyone. Hi, I am Megan Williams, aka KCT92's wife. You've probably seen me on Monday nights. If you are familiar with this channel, I've been streaming some video games on Monday nights, but I am going to take the DM's chair for tonight for this rendition of High Hopes in the Kitchen. When this came up on our list and I realized it was sort of a different rendition of the famous Honey Heist, I had to jump on this because I love this style of tabletop RPG and I have been super excited about all this. So, yes, he already mentioned our game creator in the comments. Thank you for creating this game. Please go support him. It's all free for you to download, by the way. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give everybody here a rundown of all the rules. So, as we mentioned, High Hopes in the Kitchen was created by Max Kasperek. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. So, here we are. It's the Feast of Heroes, a time for celebration and remembrance. And more importantly, there's a big-ass roast chicken. To get it, you're going to undertake the greatest heist the world has ever seen. 2 things. 1, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. 2, you are a literal house cat. So, as we go along playing, we will figure out each of our cast of characters as we go. And even I don't know what some of these characters are going to be. So, they will have to make a series of rolls for which they will have 2 stats only. And they will each have their own D6 to roll. These stats, you have 2. As I said, they each start with 3. You have cat, to which that means you use your scratch, your run, your climb, shrug off damage, scare people, general cat stuff. That's your cat staff. And then you have your criminal staff, which is basically everything that's not related to being a cat. That's literally what it says. Anything that is not related to being a cat, it's the criminal staff. So, as we go along, there will be times where I believe that the outcome is in doubt, meaning it could either fail or it could succeed. I'll say, roll a d6. If that number that you roll is equal to or under the relevant stat, you succeed. But if it's over or higher than the number than your stat, you fail. If you're using your special skill, to which we will find out because each different cat is going to have a different special skill, or doing something related to your role, which we will roll for that later. They roll 2d6, or if you are familiar with other tabletop RPGs, they basically roll with advantage, but they pick the lowest number. So, to use this as an example, say you're scratching on a scratch post or something, and you really want to really dig deep and use your claws to get in there because it's a brand new scratch post. I'll say, okay, roll for cat. So if you roll a 3, a 2, or a 1, you succeed. But if you roll a 4 or a higher, you fail, and something happens, and I'll narrate. So from that on, our changing states. Frustration. When the plan fails and you run into difficulty, or if you fail from your roll, you move a point from criminal to cat. If you get greedy, or if the plan goes off without a hitch, you move a point from cat into criminal. So the point of this game is you'll be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, changing to either of these stats. So if this game goes the way I think it will, we're not going to remain at 3 in this cat and 3 in the criminal. It should be switching back and forth a lot into different numbers. Now, how do we balance this out? Well, you can voluntarily move 1 point from cat into criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and the other cats had spoken about a plot point in this heist, or over coffee or over a cigarette or a smoke. Something that signifies a flashback. When we do a flashback, we'll go, yes. Yep. For our flashback. So, when you do a really good flashback and you have to narrate it, you get to move a point from cat to criminal. Now, for the opposite, you can voluntarily move a point from criminal into cat by eating chicken. Here's the deal for our cats tonight. They will not start out with chicken. So, they're going to have to be very careful about some of the actions they decide to do. Here's why. If your criminal stat ever reaches 6 total, you are lured into a life of crime and betray the party and become a criminal mastermind and steal the chicken for yourself. If your cat stat ever reaches 6, you go feral, presumably to be picked up by animal control within an hour or so. So, you want neither of those things to happen because the story will go on until you guys either succeed in getting the chicken or all of you go criminal or feral. So, I believe that is all our rules, unless any of my fellow cats have any questions whatsoever, or anybody in the chat have questions, but I believe we just might be ready to go. I have now pulled this up on my phone, so we should be ready. Okay, here we go, everybody. We're going to go into our world and start the game of High Hopes in the Kitchen.
Yes.
Music Master.
You want me to start with the other playlist? Yeah?
Yes, please. The one that's not titled Heist. All right. Just making sure, can everybody hear it? Because I can't. I can't hear the music. That's up to you.
You're not going to be able to, Nick.
Okay, but can anybody hear it, period?
Anybody in the chat? I can't hear it, but I'm not listening to the live.
Yes, I'm hearing it in the Twitch.
Great.
Okay, yes, just making sure. Sorry about that. We begin at the happiest, jolliest time of the year in upstate Manhattan. Fresh snow has fallen on the city streets. The chill of the night air matched only by the joy and cheer the people of New York feel as Christmas Day draws ever nearer. The smell of Christmas cookies and fresh pine mixing with gasoline and car fumes wafts throughout the city. The sound of jingle bells and honking cars both ringing in an almost blissful chorus that can only be heard in a city like New York. But our story takes place elsewhere. In a 2-story townhouse in Midtown, that's buzzing with excitement. The house fully decorated in expensive Christmas decor of reds, greens, golds, and white. The 7-foot-tall Christmas tree, beautifully lit with colorful lights, precious and breakable ornaments, and a shining golden star on top. All the gifts for the family, wrapped in glistening wrapping paper, are piled under its bristles, just waiting to be opened. Christmas music plays from the radio in the living room as the flat screen plays a burning fireplace. It's almost picturesque. But who would be able to enjoy this Christmas display with all the chaos going on? 2 young children, Susie and Michael, are running throughout the second floor of the house as they play a rather noisy version of Cops and Robbers. The lady of the house, Leslie, who is normally cooking in the kitchen by this time on any given night, is out doing some last-minute Christmas shopping, hoping to catch that final blowout sale she's been eyeing in the ads for the past week. And so, the responsibility of Christmas dinner falls upon the man of the house, Reginald. Reginald comes from a fairly wealthy family and has lived most of his life in the lap of luxury. As a result, he's not used to taking on hardly any responsibility of any sort. However, after receiving a rather convincing threat from his wife that she would make him sleep out in the cold if anything happened to the Christmas dinner she slaved all day over, he took it upon himself to make sure nothing happened to the food before the rest of the family arrived. Taking almost every precaution he can think of, Reginald sets the family cat, Baptiste, in his and Leslie's bedroom upstairs. Knowing Baptiste has quite the appetite for poultry, Reginald isn't taking any chances. And so, we begin here in this bedroom as Reginald sets you, Baptiste, down on the bed with not even hardly a scratching post or anything, or a nice fluffy cat bed in the room. He looks at you with rather distasteful look and said, "Now you know why I'm setting you in here. I know you don't understand a word I'm saying, but we're not going to have a fiasco like last year. You're not going to ruin Christmas dinner this time. And you know how you are around those Christmas trees."
I do not honor him with a response.
And he just notices your rather blank, soul-staring eye look into his eyes. And he just shakes his head and says, "You are lucky Leslie loves you so much, or I would have put you out on the street a long time ago. Just stay out of trouble, you damn cat." And he walks out of the room and shuts the door. Baptiste, you are left alone in the bedroom. Looking about, they even have the curtains drawn. You'd suppose you could use that as sort of a scratching post. But as you look about the room, suddenly you hear something that sounds like a trash can falling from outside the upstairs window. What do you do?
I don't know if I want to do anything. To be honest, this whole holiday has me quite down. Which side of the bed is Reginald's?
You would know, based on Leslie bringing you to bed quite regularly and placing you in the middle of the two of them, that Reginald sleeps on the left side of the bed.
Wonderful. I feel like part of Reginald's problem is that he needs to be more used to me being around. I give a good roll across his pillow and leave a little bit of that across it, give it a good scratch, and write my name cat across it with my claw.
The stuffing in the pillow surely pops up out of the pillow wherever you write your name into it. Do you accurately spell your name?
In cat, yes.
I would say because you're using your claws, first roll for cat, please.
These stupid humans can't read cat anyways. I rolled it 4, so I fail.
You fail, so it mostly looks like chicken scratch, or rather cat scratch, the pillow. So you think it's spelled like your name, according to a cat's perspective, at least.
He'll never understand. It's fine.
I would like to ask, what color are you, Baptiste? Could you like to describe your character?
Yes, Baptiste, he is sort of a gray, kind of smoky cat with a long bushy tail, and he has sucky paws and a little bit of a white right here as well. He also is a what the captors call a munchkin cat. He has a short little legs because they has the audacity to play God with mine species and have bred things this way. It's a curse.
I love it. So, also, not only do you have the stuffing in the pillow with your cat's name scratched into it, but you have also left rather a few bits of your fur confetti over his pillow as well as his side of the bed on the sheets and the comforter.
This gift is too good for him, but so be it.
Understood. But as you finish up your endeavor of cat scratching your name and leaving your fluffy fur, so generously given on his side of the bed, you once again hear the sound of a trash can falling from just outside the window, but louder this time.
I will go over to the nightstand. I don't think I can quite reach the window with my tiny little forepaws.
Munchkin
So I see there is a lamp there, and I will just kind of scooch it over to create a bit of a bridge to the window.
Okay. I would say roll for cat. Because you're nudging it with your paw.
5, so I fail again. And I think that I take a point.
You do. You actually have now taken 2 points.
I have 5 points in cat.
Yes, because you have failed your rolls. So, please be careful from here on out. Alright, remember you get to 6, and you go feral. So, as you, attempt to, gently nudge the lamp, you accidentally knock it over off the nightstand. But, no worries. It's one of those, cheap ones, because, Reginald's kind of a cheapskate. He has a lot of money, but he doesn't like to spend it too much regularly. So, it doesn't really shatter. However, you also would remember, even with your short pause, the windowsill is not that far away from where the nightstand is. Because Reginald sometimes likes to open the window, because he gets hot at night. He gets the night sweat, poor thing.
I think I will just go over to the banister, or whatever you call this stupid looking ledge on the window, and I will sit there and open the curtains and see who's out there.
Okay, and as you do, you look down below onto the fire escape, and you would notice that there are 2 more cats in the alleyway that have knocked over the trash cans, trying to find at least a scrap of food, even among this cold and snow. So, as Baptiste looks down below, my friends, would you, either one of you could go first, describe your cat, what he sees.
Is that better for Baptiste, basically, in the chat?
Who would like to go first?
I have it.
Sure, I'll go first.
I was gonna say, you want to go first?
I am large, beautiful, long-haired orange cat. I have very big ears and long tufts of fur coming out of my face, and I'm a little cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed, I love it.
My name is Christopher, and I'm the king of the street. And I'm currently standing atop my throne, a trash can on its side. Meow.
Ah, yes. So, since Baptiste, you are looking down and you would be able to hear these cats, you both can understand, all 3 of you can understand each other.
Yeah.
What would Christopher be saying in that moment that Baptiste hears? Meow.
Hello up there! Do I smell chicken?
And who is asking?
Care to share?
I love it. Allie, if you wouldn't mind.
So below Christopher, is a small but beautiful gray and white Siamese with blue eyes. As she's more delicately picking through the trash. It's not so much dumpster diving on her part.
Oh.
And my name is Indigo.
Indigo. I love it. Indigo. I am writing notes as we go. Interesting. Indigo, do you say anything after hearing Christopher shout up towards the sky to this window and you see a gray cat with rather short legs? Do you also say something and meow as well? Or you can choose to be quiet.
I turn to Indigo and I say, Darling, while I understand the impulse, do perhaps try to refrain from digging through the trash. We have larger prizes.
Yes. My dear, just perusing, see if there's any worthy fare.
Well, of course, darling, I would never deign to interfere with your scavenging, but... come on, there's something interesting up here, to be sure.
Okay. Alright, and Baptiste, as you see these cats start to climb up the fire escape, which that's easy enough. It's not one of those pull-down ladders. They can afford a nice townhouse that has kind of the stairs going into it. No need for a pull-down ladder. So as these cats are climbing up towards the upstairs window, Baptiste, do you or say anything?
I will simply watch them for now. I think that I have watched them before, and in particular, Indigo is an interest to Baptiste. A image of wild, what a cat should be, you know.
Interesting.
Not so domesticated as I have forced to become a real cat's cat, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So I will, to myself, these alley cats. They have it so much better than us captives here in the house. I say, looking into the mirror on the above the dresser. No one understands what it's like to be a prisoner in these homes. But alas.
Is that a flashback?
No, it's just an existential crisis.
I see. I remember now. Okay, yes, of course. And in the midst of you staring wistfully into the mirror in the middle of your existential crisis, pretty soon you actually hear a tap-tap on the window of these two cats sitting up on the outdoor windowsill of the upstairs bedroom.
Oh, hold on. I go over there. Yes, I've seen you in the alley before. What do you want? We don't have any money for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I heard you talking to yourself there. If you'd like to come out here with us and eat trash, that sounds.
You could
feel free. We'll trade places with you in a second.
Oh no, it's not so simple. The conditioning that I have, they have this little bell around my neck. If I go too far, they know.
Baptiste.
Tingle, tingle, tingle.
Baptiste, I would like you to roll for cat with advantage. So roll 2d6, please. Take the lower.
I succeed with a 4.
Ah, very good. So, as you are explaining to them about the rather unfortunate situation of this ridiculous bell on your collar that seems it just alerts your presence to everyone in the house, you stop and you smell the air and you sense that there's chicken nearby.
Wait, I smell something foul in the air.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
No. You all come inside quickly. We need to talk. And I will scoot the window up.
I will actually say for that part, because it is difficult for cats to do that, roll for criminal.
Oh no, I have such low criminal right now.
Can we assist? Like from the other side?
I would say if yes, if one of you succeeds, I will allow 2 cats to roll, 1 die each. If either one of you succeeds, I'll say yes, we'll open the window. So who would like to roll? Who's rolling? Baptiste and Indigo, okay?
So we are both rolling, yes. Okay.
Yes.
I fail
3.
heartily and move a point back into criminal.
So, okay. So, Baptiste, unfortunately, with your little paws, it's your short paws, it's just
There's no leverage, no fulcrum.
To which your days as a lazy house cat. Unfortunately, you have almost no strength in those short little legs of yours. However, though, of Indigo, being of a longer-legged, sleeker variety of the Siamese, she is easily able to push it up. And, of course, you already know to yourself. You helped her. You loosened it.
No, I am fully aware that I have been cursed with these useless appendages. It's my lot in life.
However, you do get the window open.
It gives me no pause.
Christopher and Indigo, you successfully come into the house, into the bedroom. And what you see before you is a rather luxurious bedroom of simple means, except for a god-awful painting that is hanging up high in the ceiling that, if you look at it, kind of reminds you of fish throw up in the wharf. But other than that, it's pretty tasteless.
That is a classic Cloud meow neigh. 16th century French.
But you are into which, when after Baptiste pointed it out earlier, now you can also smell the chicken, both of you.
Oh, it smells divine.
Oh, simply delightful, darling.
Yes, but unfortunately it is down in the kitchen, not far from where the celebration is supposed to go, not for us, for the captors. Have you seen the 2-legged ones before? They hoard food in a single room with stupid tile on the floor that makes it hard to run. It makes you slip and fall. And everything is put up on taller ledges.
Darling, you're in luck.
Did you
are in the presence of 2 exquisite criminals. We have tell them, Indigo. Tell them about our last heist.
I prefer the term revolutionary to criminal, but so be it.
Oh, darling, it was illustrious.
Pilfered many an egg, piece of bacon, cheese,
Yes.
here and there.
Egg day. Oh, what a delight.
Listen, if you want the chicken, and you will need my help, you will need you will need someone who knows the lay of the land, as they say. My only request is that if I help you with this, you take me with you to learn to be a real cat. And I drag out from under the bed. I hop down and drag out a travel guide. And there's a picture of Indonesia on there with a tiger. And I'm like, here, this is where I wish to go. I need help getting to the airport.
Whoa!
I will be a real
Yeah,
cat.
I think that looks like Steve. He just lives down the block. I mean, I can take you to him. Is that?
Indonesia's only a few blocks away.
Hey,
Indo.
Steve!
Wonderful.
You around, buddy?
No response. It seems Steve is off into his other adventures and means to survive the cold, snowy night tonight. So it's just you three.
He'll be around. I'll introduce you later. We'll have a can of tuna. It'll be great.
Tuna. Oh, it's been so long. Wonderful. Anyways, yes, I can help you get the chicken. If anything, it will raise the ire of Sir Reginald, the warden of this estate.
Reginald?
Yes, the warden.
Sounds terrifying.
He is, but he's also stupid.
Well,
Oh,
yes,
humans are stupid.
all humans are stupid. Agreed.
So, as the three of you band together and have decided, in order for Baptiste to hopefully find his newfound freedom away from this lazy days of House Cat No More into the wilds along of Indonesia, and for you guys to find a big-ass roast chicken for your own Christmas dinner tonight, you decide to band together and come up with a plan to go pilfer the chicken. If you would, everyone, please don your hats.
Is this when we...
You can choose to keep on the cat ears or not. It's up to you.
No.
Yes!
It is hat time.
Yes, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, before we get going along this plan, first things first, Casey, are you playing my heist music?
I am.
I haven't been hearing it. It's not coming across on the Twitch. Okay. And then second of all, I need each of you to get 1d6, and we are going to find out what role you are going to play in this heist. So if I could have one at a time, we're going to go, I want to start with, let's start with the cat of the house, the man of the house, really.
Yes.
Because Reginald's not much of
Do
one.
not call me a man. That is the name of the lesser species that lives
The
upstairs.
tomcat of the house.
Yes.
The tomcat of the house.
The real
I-
feline of the establishment.
If you would, Baptiste, please roll a d6.
I rolled a 3, right in the middle.
Okay, Baptiste, you are the arcane master.
Of course I am.
Would you like to change this, or will you want to stick with it?
No, in a former life, my grandmother on my mother's side, she was a witch's familiar. I picked up a few tricks that have been passed down through the family.
Lovely. All right, as I write this down. So you will also gain advantage whenever you do something related to your arcane role.
Wonderful.
However you see that fit and creatively. All right, if I could have Christopher roll a d6 for me as well. If it's a 3, re-roll it.
Oh yes, of course, darling. It is a 4.
It is a 4. Aha. Okay, Christopher, you are the runner.
Aha.
Yes,
So-
I'm very, very good at running. I just like a beautiful orange blur. You can only see my crown.
I would also like to ask, are the hats you're wearing tonight reflective of what your cats are wearing?
No.
I was just curious.
My cat definitely, when you say he is our king, he goes over back to the alleyway and goes up to the roof very quickly. He comes back down. Upstairs, he has hidden his great-great-grandmother's witch's hat. And he puts it on, so he has a witch's hat.
Lovely.
So he is wearing a witch's hat. Noted. Okay.
He also twirls his whiskers to look a little like a curly mustache.
The mustache.
Curly mustache. Yes, I love it. Typical Tom from Tom and Jerry style. When he's feeling fancy, he curls his whiskers. Okay. Christopher, what is your cat wearing? A crown, you said?
Oh no, this is the hat I am wearing. This is a
love
crown. This is
I
I
love
found it in the best dumpster
In town.
on the street.
Yeah.
And I do you not agree that I look like the king of France?
You are absolutely fabulous, darling. I love it. And
Thank you.
finally, our last cat, Indigo. Would you roll a d6 for me, please?
Ew.
If it is a 3 or a 4, please re-roll.
It is a 5.
It is a 5. Aha! Indigo, you are the thief. You are the thief, Indigo. And judging by how you pilfered through that trash earlier, that shouldn't be any problem for you.
No.
Okay. So now, anytime any of you roll for your special skill or for your roll, as it relates, you get to roll twice and take the lower.
2d6. Okay.
So everyone has donned their hats. We have their rolls. Okay, everybody. Now, the first order of business with the plan. As you approach the bedroom door, you notice it's shut. What would you like to do?
That's a problem.
First thing first, I feel like, what is my other owner's name? Reginald's wife? What was it?
Leslie.
Yes, the
Leslie.
one that lovingly cuddles you every night and treats you to an occasional fish dinner and feeds you milk and cream and keeps you lovingly fat, Leslie. But she is out at the moment, so she's not
so
here
many
tonight.
times to enthrall me in Stockholm Syndrome, but I will not fall for it. I know that underneath her nightstand, though, she keeps the carrot that goes with the stick, a bit of chicken jerky to goad me, to bribe me into submission. I go underneath and pilfer that, see if there's any left in the box.
So you're attempting to steal the chicken jerky.
Yes, there's a little bit of chicken in the box, I think.
Roll for criminal, since you're stealing.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
I hit
what
it.
kind of...
It succeeds.
Okay, and you successfully get, I would say, about 2 bite-sized, three. I'll say 3. 3, like, small bite-sized pieces of chicken jerky, 1 for each of you.
Oh, man.
Wonderful. I have passed out the jerky.
Oh,
Amazing.
you are truly a magnificent specimen, and what a great representative of the species you are. I feel truly blessed to make your acquaintance.
Well, there isn't any need for you to shout it. Done.
Indigo, what were you going to do?
The knob, is it like a handle knob or a circular knob?
I would say it's got because this is a luxury place, they're not going to bother with the paltry circular doorknobs that everybody else has. They would go for the fancy one that's got like the ivy swirl. Yes, of course. But you have no idea if it's locked or not. Would you like to try?
I would like to stretch real long and give it a little tap with the paw.
Okay. Are you stretching or are you climbing?
I guess, is there anything to climb onto?
You could try. There's the door. It's wooden. That's up to you.
Sure, why not?
All right, roll twice and take the lower since that is your special skill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run over and say, "Here, launch yourself off of me," and I'll kind of give a little jump.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. You
rolled
said
a 4.
the lower of the 2?
The lower of the 2, yes.
I keep forgetting it's like backwards. Okay, so I rolled a 1, so I definitely succeeded.
You succeed! Also, with the help of Christopher, after him giving you a boost, he just like lays down and then...
Oh,
because he's got some pretty long limbs as well, pretty stocky. So you manage to reach up and pat, like, until you both jump back as the door softly swings open with a little bit of a crack. The bedroom door is open.
all right. So that means I get a point in criminal?
You
Yes,
get a point in cat because that
In
was your
cat,
special
okay.
skill.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okie dokie.
To that end, do I assume I know how many rooms are upstairs versus downstairs?
Yes.
You would know. You would know that upstairs is the main central bathroom for the children. In the bedroom also was kind of the master bathroom for Leslie and Reginald. You would also know that there are the bedrooms of the 2 children, which are Susie and Michael. Michael being the 6-year-old and Susie being the littlest human in the house. So there are 3 bedrooms total, 2 bathrooms. And you would know downstairs, as you go down through the stairs, and it kind of does like the little winding thing, because it is a rather skinny house. It's a townhouse in the middle of New York. You would know that downstairs they have the dining room. They have the very large, luxurious bedroom, because this is mainly what takes up most of the townhouse. It's the living room, where they have the 7-foot-tall Christmas tree that you have been banished from. Because it's just so enticing.
It's just so tacky.
Yes. And it has so many colorful lights that it's an eyesore to you. And not to mention that one little bitty cherub angel that is just, they hang up every single year at one of the highest branches that is just so plain tacky and old. You can't stand to look at it. But every time you try to knock it, and every time you try to knock it down, you're always caught. So you know there is the Christmas tree downstairs, and all of the presents wrapped underneath. You did manage to get a glimpse of that earlier, as Leslie managed to stuff them all under the tree before the family comes over. And also, so we have the living room, we have the dining room. Okay. Now the other part is the kitchen, where you last remember that is where the chicken is.
The chicken is in that room down there.
And you would also be aware that you have a limited amount of time, because eventually there will be more humans coming. And
what time of the day is it?
It would just be a little bit around sunset. So it's about twilight. So I would say you probably have 1 hour until the rest of the humans are over there. However you want to compute that in cat time.
Wonderful. Is the only person in the house right now, Reginald?
No. Leslie is the only human that has stepped out. The one that you can tolerate the most.
Oh, I see.
So Reginald seems to be downstairs at the moment, but as soon as you open the door, you also hear the giggle of the 2 children, Susie and Michael, that have been playing upstairs rather all afternoon.
I am going to try and climb up and find, I assume their doors have the little, maybe this is very 90s and southern of me, but do their doors have like the little thing where above the door frame where I can lock their door from the outside?
Unfortunately, no, because this is a rather modern townhouse. Reginald and Leslie, because of Reginald's family wealth, they like to stay up with the current times. So, unfortunately, no.
Is there like a nightstand or end table out in the hallway?
I would say. I would say yes. There's like a skinny little sofa table that's meant for like to put. Well, they have since learned their lesson. They used to put family pictures up there, but because of children running around the house and because of the cat that likes to knock things off that table, they don't do that anymore.
Here, help me.
So it mostly sits empty with some potpourri occasionally.
Help me move this table up against the doorknob so the children cannot leave the room.
Before we leave the bed, did all the cats leave the bedroom, or is Christopher? Can I say I stayed back?
That's up to you guys. I haven't heard you leave the room yet. Would you like to leave the room?
I want to jump up on the night table and just knock everything off of it.
In the bedroom?
Yes. It just
okay.
looks too fun.
Okay. Roll for cat.
Wait, 2d6 or 1?
Just 1.
Just 1.
Just 1, yes.
I got a 2.
You succeed! Okay, so this time you're on Leslie's side of the bed, and you managed to knock over her lamp, which actually, Reginald, Baptiste would know, Reginald actually doesn't really buy too much in the whole fancy lamps. However, Leslie, she had a porcelain one that was almost like a vase. And as soon as you knock it over, crack! Breaks into a bunch of different pieces. To which this,
I hop down and just
the sound.
Oh my god, that was exhilarating. Oh, I just haven't broken anything this luxurious in ages, darling. Oh, I feel alive. And then I scamper out.
To which, though, the shattering of Leslie's nightstand lamp has caused a loud noise. From which you heard 2 children giggling has stopped at the moment.
Oh no. We must... Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, I think the cat knocked over the lamp again! You hear from out in the hallway.
Oh shit. Okay. Hide out in the
Oh,
hallway.
don't worry, I'll distract them. I'm very attractive.
However,
They will
you hear
resist
from
me.
downstairs. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll replace it later. Don't tell your mother.
The bastard. Okay.
Bastard.
So I think.
And to which the children continue their playing.
Okay. I think the
A
next
close
thing
call.
to do is help me move this end table. We're going to block the door so the kids cannot leave their room. They are tail pullers and terrors. We do not need them in our way.
But how are they at the belly rubs? I love belly rubs. I haven't gotten one in at least a week. You, Indigo? Have you?
I prefer ear scritches.
I do
Well.
sometimes. Other times I fucking hate that.
Some humans know how to get just the right spot.
Not
Yes,
the children.
occasionally they.
The children,
They
they like
do
to
something
pick you up and put their arms around your whole body, just underneath the
Ah.
front paws, and so you weigh down, and it's awful, and they pull
I
your
would
tail.
say
no more.
Betsy, you would know based on past traumatic experiences you have since learned to avoid the littlest of the tiny humans in the house, as she is rather rough and likes to carry you all over the house.
She
even
carried
with-
me upside down one time. It was the indignation of it was unacceptable.
To which it stretched out your whole body enough to where your little cat paws were even dragging on the floor as she carried you across the house. Until Leslie finally caught her and say, "Put that cat down." But you have since learned to avoid little Susie. Michael, on the other hand, seems to know a little bit of respect towards animals, so you know he's all right. Just the sister's the one to watch out for.
Little Susie, she is the director of torture and interrogation here in the facility. If you cross the warden, he will send her after you.
We'll say no more. Let's get this table moved.
Okay, so I'm going to say all three of you are working in this endeavor. However, I'm going to ask one cat to roll. So which of you will it be?
Are we rolling cat or criminal?
This would be criminal.
I am very
Well,
I am
if I
very
think about
catty
it-
right now.
I have to think about it right now. You're rolling.
Wait, Megan, what happened when I succeeded? Just that I did the thing I wanted, or do I get another point?
Oh,
on
you would gain a
something?
point to cat. You would
Okay.
move a point from criminal to cat because you succeeded.
So when you go up in
Okay.
one, you go down in the other. You have 6 points total.
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I meant to mention that earlier. I have to keep up with that. Thank y'all for reminding me. I would say you have your cat strength, but you're doing it with the intent to block the doors.
Locked for our criminal.
I would say roll for criminal.
I think this
yeah.
one's criminal. Yeah.
I would say roll for criminal, Mr. Baptiste. Monsieur Baptiste.
Monsieur Baptiste. Okay. That is a fail. Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. So the three of you are trying to even like use your head to use with it. You're like actually putting your paws like, and just pushing on each other to try to get this table to move. And you just go, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." But you only managed to move it a couple inches. This table's heavy.
That's
It's
all
made
right.
with really nice oak wood. It's pretty hefty.
Then I just so I'm going to need sharp claws, and this table needs to be good for something. So I'm going to sharpen my claws upon the table.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I would say that's fine. All right, yeah, you scratch up all over the leg of the table, of the leg nearest to you, and you do put quite a few cat scratch marks into it.
A good artist must have good tools.
Indeed, that is your artist's signature, now forever engraved on the wood. But, however, as you did manage to move this table a couple inches, all of a sudden you hear from behind you, "Baptiste? What are you doing? What are these cats?" As you turn around and whip your head around, you see the second youngest, Michael, holding a wooden toy sword in his hand, and he's looking at like, I thought. And he starts walking over. It's like, Dad put you in the bedroom.
No one
Why
must
would he
know.
do that?
I
I'm
run
going
up his chest.
Just plop over.
Ah,
and show my belly.
Hey,
I will also flop over and show my belly.
You cowards!
Ow.
Fight! Fight for your lives! Fight for your
Are you-
9 lives!
Are you attacking him or just running up his chest?
Just running up, I'm being cute, but I think it's an
Yeah.
It kind of like knocks him back, to which it kind of knocks you off a little bit.
I'm trying
but
to
then
not
he
to bring
sees-
him into the room.
Ah, I see. So he kind of like stumbles back a little bit, like Baptiste, and he looks over and sees the other 2 cats. I'm like,
Very cute.
aw, kitty. Hey, and he kind of looks back and forth, like, you guys want some chicken? Huh?
Meow.
Oh.
Come on, kitty.
Yes, I very much do want chicken.
And he hurries back into his bedroom. Are you following?
Oh, hell yeah.
Chicken?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Christopher, Indigo, following Baptiste.
Yes.
What do you do?
I am in his arms, so I suppose I do not have a choice.
Oh
I
no,
s-
he stumbled back a little bit, and when you like ran up his chest, he like when he's stumbling back, you kind of fell off too. His shoulders are not very wide for a 6-year-old.
I assume the chicken is drugged or some sort of thing, but you know, it's useless to avoid. So I suppose I will resign myself to at least enjoying the fruits of this place.
And so you follow as well. So, at the moment, Susie is not in the room. Susie seems to be off in the potty at the moment. So it's just Michael. To which you see him dive underneath his bed. For one quick second, you only see his little legs poking out, and you hear him.
I wish to tie his shoelaces together while he's under there.
You tie his shoelaces
Yes,
together.
it could be useful later.
So
Roll
mean.
roll for criminal.
Very naughty cat.
Just comment, it's a failure again.
Okay, I would say
Stop
by
rolling
this point,
high.
I would say by this point, you're getting pretty frustrated. So move a point over from criminal to cat.
Good thing
Are
we're about
you-
to get some chicken.
I am now at the fork. I was very high in cat, so now I'm very high in criminal at 4 and 2.
No, you should be high in cat right now because you've failed some
Oh.
criminal checks.
Oh, I see. I am at
Just
5.
kidding.
I am at 5 cat. I am very irate.
You're getting pretty frustrated right now because
I'm going to flash back to the.
Yes.
I'll do that in a moment. After, however, I failed to tie his shoelaces together. I suppose I don't have thumbs, so that might be why.
I mean, you managed to untie his shoelaces, but as far as tying them together, they're just kind of
So,
dangling
I
out.
imagine what happens is I go to tie them together, but they are dangly and they are like noodles or snakes, and I just sort of.
Yes.
At the prospect of chicken, I've just been like sliding my body back and forth on like whatever part is available on little Michael,
And
and
he
the meowing is getting increasingly meow.
and you just see his little legs like underneath the bed. It's like, hold on, I know it's here. Some aha, and he like
I jump up and lay on his back.
Oh,
And I sort of look down.
and you just land on his back like, ugh! Oh, okay. And
Heavy are you?
he kind of like slowly but
Back.
eventually crawls back out from under the bed.
Christopher is a big boy. He's like a good 12-pounder.
And he
Oh,
looks
boy.
he looks back up at you on his back like, good kitty. And he holds up a good sized piece of chicken bone with a little bit of chicken meat still left on it.
Why did he have that under there?
And he says, okay, I sneaked this out while Mom wasn't looking. I knew you'd want some. You love your chicken. Okay, alright. Do you guys want it? Do you guys want it?
I jump up and grab it.
Okay, okay, I could say for carnage, but I don't want you to bite the kids. Or you know what? Go ahead, roll for carnage. Roll
She's
2d6.
He's a street
Okay.
cat.
That's right. I get those chickens. Okay.
Lower
Oh
of
boy.
the two.
What?
Take the lower of the two.
3.
Great. Okay. All right. So you take the chicken, and you manage to like get his thumb a little bit, and he's like, ow, 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 ow. Oh, well, you must be hungry. And just kind of like, ow.
Have you had your inoculations, Christopher, or does little Michael need to go get a rabies shot now?
Say what now?
What is? Of course,
I don't know the words you just said.
I have had. I have been shot. It was last spring, and I was running. And you see, I got the scar right back here in the back of my leg. Do you want to see it? And I kind of put my butt in Baptiste's face.
And as you do that,
yes.
as you do that, Michael is kind of like getting back on his hands and feet. So as you present your buttocks, your fluffy buttocks to Baptiste, you can't help but knock back as Michael gets up, and you actually go, Baptiste, butt face first.
As his custom was the cat. Yes, this makes sense. We are now brothers in arms.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hello. That is we do.
We are now
And
comrades.
We go way back.
And so Michael stands up like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's all I got for you guys. Don't let my dad catch you. I'll distract Susie, but the chicken's downstairs. Shh, I didn't tell you. And because Michael rather enjoys having the company of a cat. He's an animal lover.
He has the soul of a feline. I like him as much as anyone can like these humans.
It is all right.
He can be an honorary cat.
So to
He's,
which, like, okay, shoot! And he runs back out of the bedroom to presumably go catch up with Susie, who just got out of the potty. To which you are left alone in Michael's bedroom. What do you do?
Did he leave the toy sword?
No, he took it with him because they're still playing games.
Curses. I was going to take it. Does he have any other toy weapons? Maybe a toy bow and arrow or anything of that sort?
You look around. He mostly has like the latest in action figures. He has a couple of toy trucks out. He has this little device that's about rectangular size, probably about this big. It's mostly black in the middle, but it's got a blue side and a red side to it. And sometimes he'll spend like hours staring on that thing. And he just gets so glued into it. So that little piece of whatever it is actually pretty important to Michael.
Does he have I saw him with this cardboard
it might be
piece.
a chicken dispenser. Maybe we should open it and see.
No, but we can use this. I saw him place the controller, I think it's called a controller, the magic piece, into a cardboard insect, and it moved around the floor like a remote like a control without any wires or cords. And I go and find that piece of cardboard that he colored all in, and I place the blue magic thing into it, and then we now have a little robot that we can control, I think.
Okay, I would say roll for arcane. So roll 2.
Yes, I'm a
2d6.
technomancer. That would be a success.
Yes.
Okay, you get to move a point from cat to criminal.
I am almost balanced.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
But
Okay,
we have
so
the
we got
little,
success. Yes, the little cardboard small insect just kind of, and you hear like the rubbing of like the sound that it makes when 2 cardboard pieces rub together, and it just like.
Nintendo Labo. Okay, yes, Labo. We'll take this downstairs and with us, and we can use it to spy on the water.
You would see as it starts to move, it's just kind of heading off into its own direction, and it's rather slow moving, but as it goes, you just kind of see it bump into the wall, back up, bump into the wall,
I
back
will
up.
pick it up and carry it with me downstairs.
How do you carry it?
In my, I put it on my back and I tie it together with a little bit of twine that I find on the floor.
Okay. I would say roll for criminal to see how well you can tie it on, because it's anything that's not cat related.
That would be a success.
Okay. So even though you were not quite able to tie Michael's shoelaces together, somehow you are managed you were able to manage tying on this little cardboard insect of sorts onto your back, ready for carrying transportation.
Do not question it. It's just a thing. Shall we go downstairs? That is where the chicken is.
Yes.
Okay, so you are still in.
Yes, the
you are
mother
still in
load.
Michael's room. You are still in Michael's room, so you head out into the hallway.
I think so.
Okay, so you are heading out into the hallway, and you see the large staircase banister before you. All right. The sofa table still haven't not been moved. You also hear Michael and Susie, the two children, now playing in Susie's room, and he's keeping her rather distracted. It's like, see, no, I was cops last time. You get to be right. I don't want to be the bad guy this time. And it's this argument that's ensuing. So, you want to continue forward?
Yes.
Okay.
Down the stairs.
So as you approach the top of the staircase, you can't help but look up at the banister, the railing to the staircase, and it is also lit up with beautiful Christmas lights and has the sort of pine smell wrapped all the way down, and all of those very enticing bristles wrapped around, and even some lovely holly berries of the nice red color that do kind of also give off a scent. So, those, would you like to do anything?
I want to chew on a twig.
Ah, okay. So, yes, of course. Indigo kind of just like stretches her neck up,
I feel so good.
kind of gnaws on a little bit of that bottom part.
Must scratch the gum.
And scratch these gums.
Yes, of course. Yes, that is highly important in a cat. Sometimes it just gets so damn annoying. Anyone else?
I know there are these boxes under the tree, and every once in a while, the captors will open a box and be very pleased at the useful thing inside. Perhaps something in one of these boxes could help us in our mission.
It's quite possible.
Oh yes, I'm great at picking out the best box. I would love to help you out with this, Baptiste.
Wonderful. So,
All right. So I would say, are you all heading downstairs?
Yes. I think that is the
I
case.
would like all three of you to roll for cat to see how quiet you make it down the stairs.
No,
Oh boy.
that is a success.
Okay,
I also succeeded.
I do not succeed.
Oh no!
Christopher, the sturdier of the three, is the one who fails. Okay, interesting. So, as all three of you kind of get downstairs, like start your descent downstairs, Baptiste and Indigo manage to get all the way to the bottom of the stairs without making a single noise, even with the slippery carpet that is on this polished wooden staircase. Christopher, however, you start to head down this rather it's a little bit slippery, and you get halfway down, you start to feel confident in yourself, and you decide to take a few more extra steps, and then all of a sudden, you tumble over, forward like head first, and just tumble down, into which you hear from the other room, noise, noise, and that's where we're gonna take a break.
Wonderful.
Oh!
Real quick, Dante gets a treat for channel points.
Yay!
Here's the Dante. Dante, sit. Sit. Good boy.
And we have our Roxy.
Oh, good boy.
Yes, our Roxy Corgi is in here with me. So, if those of you who stick around for the second half of High Hopes in the Kitchen, you want to stick around and spend some of your channel points, Roxy will also get a treat. So one of the two has gotten a treat. All right, so we'll be back here in roughly 10 minutes. So 8:40, we're going to take a quick bathroom break. And see you guys then.
Says, where are you cats?
Why are you cats?
We'll be back in momentarily, folks.
Arf, arf, arf. Casey, you're muted.
Also, we're live right now. I didn't realize we were, but we are.
Oh, my power went out. That's why I went mute for a second.
Oh!
You went dark.
Yeah, I'm back though. We have another friend, Cody, who may be joining in at some point. He's having internet trouble, but if he can get it working, he's going to randomly jump in, and Bitsy the cat will be replaced with a Cody the parson.
Yeah, we had one cat who was unable to join the party. The party.
Party.
But, and at least the rest of our cats came cat-armed and paw-paired. So, that one didn't work as well, but...
You tried.
Okay. Actually, though, if we're ready... Are we good? We can jump right back in. I hear a boss go, I think.
No, he's actually...
Oh, so then it was Dante.
What up, Dante?
Okay, so everybody, we're about to hop back into our second half. I almost forgot to say, Christopher, because you failed and fell halfway down the staircase. I would say, move a point from, hold on. This is a different situation. I'm just making sure. It's equal to or in the row of stars. You see if somebody stat, you fail. Okay, I would say move a point from criminal into cat. Or no,
Oh
the
no!
other way around. The other way around. Cat
Okay.
into criminal because you failed at a cat roll. So
Before we get going, by the
Okay.
way, Max, we love your game!
yes, we're having so
Yes,
much
it's
fun.
great.
I did also, Casey, do you want to put in your plug-in about your hot ones coming up?
Yeah,
for
so
the new
before we
year?
get started, I am trying to hit 50 subs this year. I only recently hit affiliate, so that's a thing we can do now. If you look above me, over here, there is a little thing. Subscribers, if we hit 50, I'm a big fan of interview shows and hot ones, and so if we hit 50, I'm going to order the Hot Ones Hot Sauce Pack, and we're going to do a wing challenge on stream for New Year's Eve. Ways
so
away from
fun!
that. Yeah! But, and if you like interview stuff, I interview people every other Saturday. This past interview we had on Hatchling DM, who recently had a very successful Kickstarter of Inspiriles, a new game about belief and positivity that also teaches you sign language as you play it. A very cool game that inspires welcoming and accessibility within our tabletop community, and I'm a huge fan. So even though that's over, he's on Patreon, and you should support him. Coming
Yes,
up
please
next,
go
we're going to
support
have
him.
some of the crew from the game's Y-Hander on stream next Saturday, or Saturday after next, and we're going to be talking about Gen Con and organized play at conventions. Following that, I'm going to have Gamer Mom Luna from the How I Nerd stream, and I haven't planned past that. If you're interested in coming on a stream to show off something you're working on, hit me up. We'll talk, we'll put you on the schedule, and we'll see what, we'll talk about your game and stuff about the gaming community. If you have a game you'd like to see us play on Friday night, let us know and we'll put it on the schedule as well. We're all about showing off the amazing creators in our community here and having a good time doing it. So check those things out.
This happens to be one of the most ridiculous ones we have put on yet, so we are very much open to almost any type of tabletop RPG that exists out
I
there.
think next we're playing Hobomancer.
Yes.
Oh, yes! I'm
Yeah, I think
excited.
that's the way we're going next. Also, tomorrow night, if you like Shakespeare, and you're a nerd like myself, I will be in a production of The Merry Wives of Windsor here on Twitch on the Chaotic Tiefling channel. I will tweet it out after this. You can find my Twitter at KCT931. But I will be playing Slender in The Merry Wives of Windsor. I love Shakespeare, and I am really excited about it. So, you know, check it out.
He's been gearing up for this for a week, so should be great, y'all. Please go check that out.
Eventually,
All
we're
right.
thinking about doing plays on this channel. I want to do a production of She Kills Monsters. If that's something you'd be interested in seeing, let me know. If that's something you'd be interested in being in, let me know.
Yes, we're always open to newcomers. Absolutely. And one more thing before we jump back into it, as you saw in the chat, any of, what is it, Casey, channel points?
Oh, yeah, we have all sorts of things with channel points, including giving one of our pets a treat. We have lots of pets between the group.
So many
lots of
pets.
Options for treats.
You saw Dante earlier.
Someone
and-
posture checked me, which doesn't happen very often. I'm going to say the give a token channel points. We don't have tokens in this game. That's a holdover from Kids on Bikes. Let's say give 100 points and you can give a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. At the moment, though, we have treats prepared definitely for the two dogs. You saw Dante earlier. This is Roxy. And of course, we, some of our other two cats here have cats of their own. So if you would like to donate a treat to a cat rather than a dog, if
We
you are
have
a
Bruce,
dog or a
Lena,
cat person.
Marcelo, and
Muzzy.
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 Yes, we have. And we also have one more dog, Sweet Bosco.
Oh,
Bosco.
Bosco.
So many animals. So
I do also have 2 dogs, but we
Yes,
can
you
leave them
do.
out of this.
They're spoiled enough already.
Yeah.
So
But if you would like to donate any treats whatsoever with your channel points, please let us know, dog or cat, and we'd be happy to tell you which
200
dog.
bits, and you can buy a round for the whole house of pets.
oh,
There you go. We have plenty prepared. All right. I believe that's it. Just making sure. Okay. Mid-channel plugins.
yeah.
All right. We are ready to jump back into it. So, where we left off from the break, 2 of you, Indigo and Baptiste, managed to make it down the stairs without making a noise. But Christopher, having slipped and getting a little bit too confident with himself, falls face forward down the stairs and goes tumbling and makes a little bit of a thump noise. To which you heard.
I reach out and try to grab at the hind bough and the lights as I'm sort of falling.
The garland.
The garland, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and let that go. So as you grab onto it, you actually kind of take it with you a little bit, and it kind of drags like halfway down the banister, but it does kind of slow down your fall a little. But you still make plenty of noise.
Quite a lot of noise.
Yes. To which you had heard from the living room where the Christmas tree and the presents, the wrapping paper wrapped presents, are residing. You heard rather few squawks coming from the living room.
What is that? You didn't say anything about a bird?
As you recall now, Monsieur Baptiste, there is one other animal in the house.
Of course there
One
is.
that you have had many fights, arguments, rivalries, however you want to call it, but it is that damn
Oh,
ass bird.
we can help you kill it.
Randall
You want to kill it?
Randall the cockatoo is actually the favorite of Reginald. He was an
Of
impulse
course.
given to him from another family member, into which this bird, being the favored animal of Reginald, has actually learned quite the colorful language and has learned a lot of words. And you already know you two can't stand each other. He can't stand him as much as he can't stand you. Or either way, you get it.
This fat brained peasant. Oh, he's mocking me.
He will take any time, any advantage he can to snitch on anybody in the house if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. He has caught the
More
children
like
many
stupid
times
job.
trying to sneak open Christmas presents many times. He has caught you trying to climb up into the Christmas tree before and has thwarted your plans, and Leslie scooping you quickly before you even managed to get up halfway.
Yes,
So,
cockatoo and more like a stewed pigeon, if you ask me.
however, you know that you have to cross through the living room to get to the kitchen where the chicken is.
Dad. Listen.
Christopher kind of stands up on his toes and goes,
I know why
Let's
this
kill him.
caged bird
Let's kill him,
sings and it's
Baptiste.
to...
I'm great at killing birds.
I know why this caged bird sings and it's to ruin my life.
Oh, also as
Sounds
a
like a
note,
great
you would know
reason
that
to
this
kill
is
him.
you would know that this is a free-range cockatoo, so it has full flight of the house. It basically has a perch and a feeding bowl, not a cage.
No.
I just killed a pigeon yesterday, didn't I, Indigo?
You
It was
did.
a
This
big
bird has
fat
to
one.
go.
It was delicious. I kept its liver actually as a prize. It's back down. I can show it to you, Baptiste. I mean, if you don't believe me, I'm very good at killing
Okay.
pigeons.
A true predator of the wild. I appreciate it. This bird is a little bit more challenging. He's well, very large. I know it's hard to tell from here because we are at the top of the stairs, but he can speak the captor's language. They can understand him just as he understands us.
I don't understand, why haven't you killed him?
That is a good question.
You see, he's slightly higher on the pecking order with the warden. You see, I would face weeks of solitary if I was to kill the favored prisoner. And also, he is a fellow prisoner. There is, even if he does not know it, I show a little bit of solidarity with him for that reason.
It seems.
Cat steal. That doesn't work. It's fine.
So basically, we have to avoid the bird.
Or kill the bird. If it's for chicken,
I
it's for
would
a
much
good
rather
cause.
kill the bird.
It's for a good cause in this case. If
There's 3 of us and 1 of him. Let's kill the bird. I don't see the problem here.
The only problem is it could be a lot of noise, which would later thwart our chicken stealing efforts.
Well, we
Yes.
could drag him into the bathroom. Or
that is not a bad idea. We can lure
Perhaps.
him and trap him. We do not necessarily have to kill him. Only subdue.
oh, we could just kill him mostly and then play with him a little bit. That's pretty fun.
I suppose if we really wanted, we could show our superiority by leaving him in Reginald's slipper. That would it would be a sign of superiority. If you...
That's a fantastic. Can I keep his liver? Is that okay?
Don't see why not.
Oh, perfect. Let's do it.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
I am going to flash back to the time that I also
Flashback.
Do you remember that time, Christopher, where I sold you a bird? The first bird was a bird of paradise, and I put him in that bathtub of ice and sold you that liver. It was my first criminal act, and I will regain a point in criminal.
Back
Yeah.
alley.
You get a
Selling
point
bird
for that
organs
criminal
on
now.
on the cat market, on the black
Yeah.
cat market.
The black cat market.
I think what I will do, actually, I think this is the time where the Arcanist cat comes into play. I will take my hat and pull it down over my kitty ears and start to chant and summon the dark powers that all cats pray to. The Elder One. Meow-Arthotep. Meow-Arthotep.
Meow-Arthotep, I love it.
Meow-Arthotep.
Oh my god!
I will try to create an illusion to lure the bird into the bathroom for it to chase. It will look like a Baptiste, but being particularly naughty, covered in flour like a ghost.
Okay. Okay, so you're
that
trying to
is
create an illusion of Baptiste
extremely
running through the living room covered in flour.
No, into the bathroom, but yes.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. Where should I be? Should I plan to bite his neck?
Be prepared to close the door.
I would like to know your
No, but
your trajectory. Like, are you planning to have this illusion appear from the kitchen and run through the living room
Yes.
to the bathroom, or
That's
what
what
would
we
you
should
like?
do,
What are you
yes.
doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Something
Okay.
like that.
All right, roll twice for your roll, Arcanist. Take the lower.
That would be a success, but barely. But it is a success. So I close my eyes and pull my little kitty hat down over my kitty ears, and I. Dark one, hear my meow.
Yeah, it just sounds like the low guttural meow you hear from like a sick cat. Is all that can be heard, and the bird squawks up for a second, like, and you hear like squawk in confusion. But you quickly can hear as the illusion. Are you in a point where you can see the illusion? Where are you standing right now, the three of you?
At the top of the stairs, I think.
You're at the bottom.
Oh,
No, yeah, we're at the bottom.
Because you went down the stairs, remember?
Yes, then. Yes.
Okay, so you would be
Our plan
standing.
is to kill the bird, right? So.
I was just going to lock him in the bathroom for now.
But he's gonna
Oh
make-
no!
he's gonna
We're definitely
squawk.
killing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna
we
have to
close
kill him.
ourselves in the bathroom with him.
Until then, you are able to see like this cockatoo that has like, as you peek around to see if the illusion worked, you see this cockatoo that has the very high yellow head feathers sticking up, and they're sticking straight up because he's on high alert. I'm just kind of looking around, and he has these very long white tail feathers that kind of like string down to half of the length of the perch. But he's on high alert. And then, as you see, after Monsieur Baptiste finishes up this low guttural noise from his throat, one that you've heard before, but it was when another one of your brethren had, he made that noise just before dying and rolling onto his back. So you're a little bit concerned. But you see, right after he finishes, this mirror image of him, except he's covered in some kind of white dust, goes quickly scampering across the living room onto the hardwood floor and tracking the little white paw prints across, to which you hear the bird, Baptiste, 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 and he takes off and starts following the illusion, heading in your direction.
As he goes into the bathroom, I think we go into the bathroom with him.
Well, where
and
you're
close the
standing
door.
right now, you're at the bottom of the
Still
stairs.
at the bottom stairs.
This is where the front door is.
Oh, okay.
So if you're facing the living room's on this side, and then from there on it's the bathroom. Yes. So from there he would have to cross through where you guys are
Okay.
to get into the bathroom. So he's coming in your direction, following the
I suppose we
illusion.
jump the cat, the bird. Yes. Do we jump him?
I mean, might as well if he's gonna pass us by.
Okay, yeah. Then,
Oh yes, it is very fun to jump on them and
then let's
tear the
jump
feathers
bird.
out. Of my
I want
neck.
to-
That's
yeah,
one of
I
my
want
favorite ways.
a
to
lot.
All right, as the
Along
bird
together.
comes, you see the illusion first. As it gets through to cross the threshold of the entrance to the living room, it just disappears suddenly. To which you suddenly see this arrogant, squawking, obnoxious cockatoo come swooping in and about to come down and actually grab onto the illusory Baptiste, but he lands on the floor, confused for a second.
I jump on his back and say, "I finally have you down on me."
Whoa, whoa.
Okay, so Baptiste jumps on. Anybody else?
I'm swapping at him.
Oh, yeah.
Indigo's swiping with
With
claws.
like
Oh,
claws.
I'm definitely jumping on and going for the throat.
Okay,
A couple little
all right.
back leg
let's
hits.
do this one at a time. Baptiste, roll for cat.
Okay, my cat is rather low at this point, but it succeeds barely with a 3.
Okay, you managed to pin him down to the floor. All right, Indigo, roll for cat.
Do we change the stats with every roll?
That's a 3. I succeed.
I would say yes, because you were succeeding.
Okay.
You were succeeding, so you each take a point from criminal into cat. All right, and then finally, Christopher, this is your area of expertise. For carnage, roll twice and take the lower.
Content warning, possible animal violence. I put it in the chat, but I'll say it.
Yes, sorry
Okay,
about that.
2. I got a 2. I succeed.
Ah, okay.
I think
So in
that's
this-
a success.
Yes, it is. It is. In this tag team effort, we see this kind of happen in a quick flash of series of sequence. All of a sudden, Baptiste jumps onto the bird and pins him down to the ground. And he's like, "Roar!" But to which point, Indigo's just kind of like pew, 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 slapping him over and over in the beak. And then to go for the kill.
I will
Christopher
whisper in
jumps
the
in
bird's ear.
with,
Just as that's about to
Just-
happen,
yes.
I whisper in the bird's ear. Sic semper tyrannis. You squawking buzzard.
And just before the bird can squawk out any sort of warning, Christopher latches his jaws onto the bird's throat and he goes quiet and limp.
It seems he only had the one life.
Oh,
No, never
I
mind.
shouldn't have killed him so quickly.
So now you have this dead cockatoo on the floor.
Let's where's Randall's slipper? Or no, Reginald.
I would say he would probably have left his slippers up in the bedroom upstairs.
Are there any shoes of any kind nearby?
As you look around, you would probably notice like a couple of kid shoes
Aw,
by the front door, just kind of like thrown about, like they just kind of just kicked them off as soon as they got through the front door. But that's about the only shoes you see.
Wait, it's a present. We'll leave it under the tree.
I have no. We could do that. I also, the captors one time were watching this movie, Weekend at Barney's or something. Weekend at Barney's or something like that. We could take Monsieur Bird, and we could use this.
That parrot sketch?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, Casey?
Yes.
Oh, I think
He's
you
an
know,
ex-parrot.
it is. This is an exquisite gift. Yeah. You know, my other Steve always tells me how he's leaving birds on the doorstep for all his favorite humans. I think, you know, that I think they would love that.
Perhaps it would be a form of recompense when they realize I have absconded with the poultry.
Oh, the poultry. Slash to Indonesia.
That is the plan. Yes.
I can't even. Okay. So what's the plan we're going for here? We're gonna put the bird
Okay.
under the tree.
Yes.
This
so,
is.
which is the nicest wrapping paper? We're going to open it and replace their stupid gift with a better one.
You'd have to either go into the living room to look, drag the bird in there. But you would have to
Yes.
go into the living room to look.
That is the plan. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
let's drag the bird in there.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Who is dragging the bird?
I think we will all help each other. In this
Okay, I'll say 2 cats roll. If either one of you succeed, I'll say this is. Well, you're using your cat strength and you just killed a bird, so yeah, I would say roll for cat. Who's gonna roll?
Not me.
I can roll. I
A little
balanced
baby
it out at
cat
33.
right now.
So Monsieur
Okay.
Baptiste and Christopher are gonna roll to see if they can drag the bird
That
into
is
the
my
living room.
one, so I succeed by quite a bit.
Okay.
Oh, Baptiste, this was exhilarating.
It
You know,
was-
I thought that we couldn't be better friends than when you sniffed my butt upstairs, but I think this has really brought us together.
I do want to see real quick what Christopher rolls.
I have never felt so alive.
I failed. Christopher failed.
Interesting. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, so you are successfully dragging this bird into the living room a couple inches at a time, but Christopher, you just can't get out of your mind how tasty that bird was when you bit into his throat and went for the kill.
Oh no.
So you cannot help yourself but take another bite out of this bird.
Does that count as chicken?
Unfortunately, no. He's a little bit leaner than the average chicken. Don't forget you still have your chicken jerky from earlier. You each have a piece. And also, I believe, yes, that was earlier. Okay, but yes, you each still have your chicken jerky that you have not eaten yet. So keep that in mind. This is not going to have any adverse effect, I believe. I'm going to leave it as is because it's already a cat action. And Monsieur Baptiste already succeeded on the roll. So we'll leave your points as is, Christopher. But I wanted to add that in for flavor. That you just cannot help yourself and take another bite out of this bird.
Oh, it's absolutely delightful. You know, it does kind of taste like chicken. A memory I've had of chicken once. It's been a while.
We should make sure, by the way, speaking of which, we should make sure to steal. They have a bottle of I believe it's called a Cat Bernet on the rack over there, and it would pair very well with the chicken.
No,
That sounds. You know,
That and alcohol, that'll go well.
you're a good cat to keep around. I would never have known that. Wine pairings, huh? Who would have known?
As you drag this bird into the living room,
I know my
luckily because there's a lot of feathers, it's not leaving too much blood, but it won't be long before. Sorry, my dog's growling. She's putting up a fuss. She can't stand animal violence. Sorry. But as you're dragging this bird, there's not too much blood left because, I mean, it does have a lot of feathers, but be worried, the more time you leave this bird out in the open, it's going to start bleeding out and it's going to be more apparent. So as you drag it in, you look about into the living room, you see all these beautiful Christmas decorations, and you're hearing that that god-awful, obnoxious Christmas music again that you just absolutely cannot stand coming from the radio. You see the flat screen with the burning. You see the flat screen with the burning fireplace that they put up every single year, and it's just so pretentious. You would think they just get their own fireplace by this point. But as you turn, excuse me, burped. But as you turn and see that just obnoxiously colorful Christmas tree, 7 foot tall, in front of you that you have tried many times to climb. You also see all of those beautifully wrapped, glistening wrapping paper wrapped. If you hear something groaning, that's my dog. But you see all of the beautifully wrapped presents all stuffed under the tree, almost rather methodically. And you can only guess that this is Leslie's handiwork.
I actually want to find one that I assume is wrapped shoddily that is for Leslie from Reginald. I assume he did a horrible job.
Okay. To which you kind of search about, and you see this one.
Probably a gift bag, because he didn't want to take the time to wrap it.
Yeah, to actually wrap it.
You actually see this bright, shiny gold one. This metallic gold, but rather small gift bag. No tissue paper, but it has a small white box in it. It's rather small, probably about this.
Like a gift card to IHOP or something cheesy.
You follow it. Actually, I'll actually say like it's bigger, but there's not a lot in it. He just used what you would guess that he just used what was available.
It's a Pandora bracelet then, because that is the only other gift Reginald would give. He's given her like 3 of them. It's really bad. This is not autobiographical.
No, it's not.
But I will remove his poor example of a gift and replace it with the exquisite gift of a bird.
I see. All right.
Very nice.
Roll for criminal, Monsieur Baptiste.
Oh, I applaud you for this, Baptiste. I can't imagine a better gift.
Which I assume takes the form my failure. I tried to write my name on the. I scratch out his name.
Oh, so you failed?
Yes.
You failed? Okay. So as you have to kind of paw to get it to tip over. Mm-hmm. To which the little box comes falling out. And, I mean, it's just this, like, little white box. You assume it's nothing. So you're trying to stuff this bird into the bag. But, gosh darn it, the long plume tail feathers just won't get stuffed down into that bag. They keep sticking up as an obvious dead giveaway.
That's fine. I actually look and I see that most of
Oh,
these
and
boxes-
move a point from criminal into cat because you are getting frustrated by this.
Yes. I do look around, and the least I can do, I see that most of these boxes have these loopy pieces of fabric on top that make like a mouse ears. So I am going to take the long tail feathers and tie them in a similar way to make a little mouse ear shape thing.
Monsieur Baptiste has quite a thing about tying.
Hi.
Nuts. I would say also again, because we have twice already, Monsieur Baptiste, once more roll for criminal to see if you are
This is
successful.
criminal. Okay, fine.
We've rolled twice already to roll, so...
I succeed this time, so.
Okay, so you get to move a point back from cat into criminal, because it's going well. All right, so you get that point right back. Okay, so actually in quite this rather exotic type, you would think it's a new type of like Christmas decoration. These beautiful white feathers just sticking out of this bright metallic gold bag. And the white and the gold actually look pretty good together, and you're quite impressed with yourself.
Silver and gold are the colors of the holiday. Not this red and green swill that has come into the modern lexicon.
Oh yes, I agree. Red and green, so garish. Oh, Baptiste, you're a true master. I'm just so impressed, and I go to sniff his butt.
As is custom, I raise my tail and accept this humble
butt sniffing.
symbol of camaraderie. And this is what they do on that Animal Planet commercial show that they turn it on when they are gone. Yes.
It's the only way I can think to truly show my appreciation of his handiwork.
So you have successfully stuffed the bird into the present that is meant for the one that you tolerate the most, Baptiste, Leslie. So she will find quite the surprise later. So as you have successfully stuffed this bird and you put the bag back into place, the rest of you look around with all these Christmas decorations. As he was doing this, were Indigo or Christopher doing anything?
Was definitely chewing holes into all the bows.
Okay. I would say roll for cat.
Don't you
See
touch
how many-
my bows, though.
See how many holes you can chew.
Before I do that, I'm going to reminisce quickly.
Flashback.
All this bird killing is reminding me of our greatest heist, Christopher.
Oh yes,
Flashback.
darling.
Flashback.
That one time we stole that whole roasted duck in the window of the Golden Dragon. Do you remember?
Oh, of course I do. Oh, what a day.
Nothing has lived up to that heist.
No, that was down, if I recall, that was down in Chinatown, right near the...
We had traveled far for
Oh,
it.
yes,
We had traveled we had a tip from our friend who's no longer with us anymore. What was her name? I do believe she may have, I don't know, maybe she got out of here.
Oh yes, I heard about this on the news. You two got in big trouble in Little China.
You caused quite the catastrophe.
Yes, we did.
That
So
was a glorious feast.
you get to move a point back from cat into criminal
Okay, so now
with a
I will.
successful flashback.
Now
Yes.
I will roll because
Roll for cat. How many holes you get to chew?
I was dangerously in the cat. All right, I rolled 5, so I think that's a fail.
What is your current stat for cat?
It's 4.
Yes, so that's a failure. So you move that point right back, actually, because you failed. You are able to chew out of there are quite a number of bows, and as you chew, some of them actually have like the glitter substance to it, and it starts to get like this nasty taste in your mouth, and the glitter dries out your tongue, so you're just like bleh, bleh, bleh. And you probably chewed about I would say about maybe 4 chewed up maybe 4 bows, but you did chewed up some, but you have a mouthful of glitter now.
Oh. Poor quality bows.
Anyone else? Okay, so moving forward now, as we turn our attention to the kitchen, Monsieur Baptiste, if you would, hold on, not yet. We're gonna save that for later. First, though, all of you start to hear this voice coming from the kitchen, who just seems to be talking to himself. Like, no, guys, I told you it was 8 o'clock, not 9. What do you mean you're just now on the subway? Monsieur Baptiste, you recognize this to be Reginald. And it sounds like he's on the phone. Since he seems to be talking to himself.
I don't know, he may just be talking to himself. The man is insane.
So you are well aware now that Mr. Reginald is lurking about in the kitchen, where your prize seems to be lying.
If we peek around the corner, can we see into the kitchen where our
quarry is.
quarry lies? Yes.
So I would say yes. You stealthily, tiptoe all the way to the very door frame of the kitchen, and I would say cartoony style, heads would kind of peek around like boop, 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 and look. You see, to Christopher and Indigo, you see this rather tall, lanky man who's got these pressed slacks. A wild kitty has appeared. In these pressed slacks, this collar button-down shirt, but that's buttoned all the way to the top of his neck. And he's got a rather expensive, you can only guess expensive because it's very, very shiny and has some gold around it, expensive watch. To which he is speaking on the device that most humans hold to their ear, known as an iPhone. And he's kind of pacing about the kitchen, just complaining like, well, what? Can't you just take the extra stop down in Brooklyn and then catch up on the A train? And he seems to be rather frustrated and distracted at the moment. However, I would say now, Monsieur Baptiste, would you please roll 2d6 for your chicken sets?
Peering around the corner, I kind of see him, and I look at Baptiste and I say, "Oh God, he really is hideous, isn't he?"
Yes, I can see why you don't like him very much.
Monsieur Baptiste, are you going to roll 2d6 for your chicken sets?
Yes, I will do so.
Take the lower of the two.
That is a success at a 2.
Awesome. Okay, so, Monsieur Baptiste, seeking out your quarry that you can only presume is in the kitchen, since your tolerated warden, the human that you tolerate the most, Leslie, has been working all day in the kitchen as you had watched her actually make this chicken. You sniff around. But the chicken smell is not as strong as you think it would be. Instead, you smell the chicken coming from the other room, right across from the kitchen, the room known as the dining room. It seems that the family has moved all the food into the other room.
It is on the altar to which they pray to the food god.
Oh, this is quite an interesting development.
You see, these especially these American humans, they pray to the food gods at these big tables, where they cover it in all sorts of delicious things. Especially on this Christmas, or whatever it is called. They have the chicken, and they have this delightful little orange thing with white poofy things on top and orange underneath. I don't know what it's called. And there's this purple, springy stuff that comes out of a metal cylinder. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Let's
Cats,
let's eat it.
you all recognize now that in order to get to your prize, you're going to have to get past Reginald in the kitchen. Now, he is rather distracted talking on his phone, so you may be able to sneak by, but he is constantly pacing around a circle in the kitchen, around this middle table set dead center in the middle of the kitchen. So, what would you like to do?
Do you think we can jump Reginald like we did the bird? Can you tear his throat out too?
I think he's too big.
Damn. We committed bird murder. Now we're talking
And
about.
I will very quickly, as I say this, I will flash back to last Christmas when I managed to last Christmas when I absconded with one of those red and white shepherd hooks and on the tree, and I managed to go out to the shop and grind it down to a fine point with some sandpaper, and I attempted to finally deal with the warden, but he took my shiv before I could manage it.
All right.
Well,
Successful
do you-
flashback. Move a
Do
point
you
from
know
Cat.
where he put it?
Would
we
it
could-
be in the house? That
Maybe
is a good
both
question.
of us.
I assume the animal ate it. I'm just saying. They eat everything. These humans. These Americans.
Did you move your point, Monsieur Baptiste?
I did.
Okay. Okay. All right. What's the plan here, guys?
Okay. So
So there isn't any other way to the dining room.
That seems to be the only open doorway to the dining room is through the kitchen.
there are very many useful things in the kitchen. So, there are these bladed knives with handles. There are skewers. Oh, we also need a corkscrew for the wine. Don't forget that.
I feel like now's a good time to bring up what is our exit strategy? Is there like a back door out of here? Cat door?
You would see that there actually is like a smaller door to the side of the kitchen that leads to the opposite alleyway from where you guys were. So on the opposite side of the house, there is a door that leads to outside. However, you remember there is quite a bit of snow outside, so you don't know if that exit way is totally clear, but it's probably worth a shot.
I will. That might be an option. We could also go back up through the room if we can hurry, but it depends.
My worry is, since it's on the altar, it will make a lot of noise coming down.
It's true.
We might need to make.
But we are fast. Feral beast descended from cheetahs, and I am a king.
Yes, King.
I'm inspired by your words. We can do this.
All right, shall we sneak? Guess that's our only option.
Well,
Mhm.
I actually take off my Nintendo label thing that's on my back,
Oh my God,
that's
I forgot about
right.
and
I had
I'm going
forgotten
to
about
climb up
that.
on the counter, and I'm going to get a steak knife and tie it to the top of.
How do you intend to get that steak knife?
In my teeth, I am able to carry things.
No, like where are you getting that steak knife from?
I assume there's a big wooden apparatus full of them.
Yes, up high up on the kitchen counter, to which you'd have to jump for.
Since when has counters stopped the cat?
I mean, you could try.
This is obviously the time, Megan, where we see that we're the two that don't have a cat.
No, can confirm.
Yeah, Megan's like,
confirm.
cats can't get up on the counter. and
No,
on
no,
the
no,
counter
I'm
is
not
like-
saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you say, I get the steak knife. Oh, really? Where'd you get that from? And I'm just like, there's a wooden apparatus somewhere. Yeah, up on the kitchen counter that I know a cat's gonna have to jump up to.
Yes, I jump up to the counter and take a...
Roll for cat.
Oh, do I really need to roll for this? This seems mundane, if anything. It's a success anyways.
Okay, you stealthily, keeping your eye on Reginald, you quickly pounce up, just kind of gently and gracefully landing on your feet. And you look next to you and see there is actually a whole wooden block full of these knives.
And I take one, I take one of these, and I will, yes, I will take 1, 2, 3, and I throw them down. And I keep one, it's a big fork looking thing, and a carving knife, which I keep for me. And then I tie a steak knife to the Nintendo label, and I will have it, go off and distract Reginald.
Alright, so you're tying something else again.
Yes.
Roll for criminal.
I assume we're very good at this point. Just saying. that is a failure in this case.
You try to attach this large steak knife, this chopping knife, and it just seems to keeps not it's slipping and kind of leaning to the side, and it almost seems like if this little cardboard apparatus moves, it's gonna slip off.
That is fine. I will still send the little car to distract the warden.
Okay. All right. So you send it forward.
Yes. And
Okay.
it will eventually go forward like the Roomba things that they have in this room, and it is just banging on the outside door.
Oh, the little robot that sweeps up the floor that you occasionally ride around on. Yes, you are familiar. So you send this little cardboard car forward, and it is still rather slow moving. But it kind of starts off in this one singular direction. With this, that knife's kind of hold on a little bit, but it's really wonky, and it looks like it could fall off any minute, but it's hanging on. And as it goes forward, it almost gets really close to Reginald's leg until he kind of as he's pacing around and not paying attention, all of a sudden he looks down because he's just frustrated, and just kind of backs up, what the hell? What is this? And he just kind of he's like, I'll call you back, and he just puts the phone down, not actually hanging up, and he jumps back a little more. He is sufficiently distracted as he tries to pick up the car and take off the knife, wondering what the hell's going on. So he is definitely much more distracted now.
Go.
Would he be
Go.
taking this up like Michael? I told you to keep your toys out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
To go yell at Michael.
Yes, but he is also wondering why in the world a knife would be attached to it.
Oh, kids do the darndest things.
The darndest things.
So you are running past into the dining room?
I play video games like the Grand Theft Auto. It teaches
Okay.
them to do crazy shit.
All right, I would say he's sufficiently distracted. All right, you all pass through because of Monsieur Baptiste's successful distraction.
Good work.
So you reach the dining room at long last. The smell of the chicken is very strong and wafting through the air. As you look about, there seem to be other sets of food all spread across the table. And all through this large, long table, there seems to be these elegant placements of knives, forks, glass, plates, everything. It just seems like it comes straight out of a painting that is just so perfectly and methodically set. You see different foods such as the smell of cranberry sauce and cornbread and all of these wonderful smells. But in the very center is your prize. This large, bigger than you, Baptiste. This chicken that sits right in the very middle of the table.
That is impressive. Baptiste
However-
is the size of a fucking bowling ball.
However,
Oh
just like
my
upstairs,
god, that's the largest duck I've ever seen.
However, as you saw upstairs, like the sofa table upstairs, there's 2 more sofa tables upstairs, or downstairs here.
Okay.
To which these do have placement settings, because Baptiste, normally you're not allowed in this room around the food. And so, what you see up upon one of these sofa tables is this golden box. Now, Monsieur Baptiste, you recognize this to belong to Reginald. This is a prize that is most forbidden. And you know what lies in there. When occasionally Reginald uses this when other humans are over, using this dining room table for other purposes. He rolls around a gold-plated polyhedral dice set that is so much more enticing than any cat toy or catnip you've ever come across. And it's sitting right there on the table.
When he plays
on the
that
sofa table.
stupid game with his friends, the pretend game where they all talk in silly voices and yes, I knock them down every time I get a chance and they shoo me away. Except for that one man who every time I get up on the table he's like, oh, a Tarrasque attacks. I don't know what the fuck a Tarrasque is, but it works. Yes, you all, we have to forget the chicken for a moment. I need those dice.
Oh no, I cannot forget
I
the
was gonna
chicken.
say,
No,
you
we
could
just
go
for a moment.
Oh
dice,
no.
I don't know if they're called dice. They are click-clack things. I don't know.
Click-clack.
We get both. I am jumping over to the table. I want the both.
I am jumping on the table.
I need
Chicken.
that chicken.
Okay, so Monsieur Baptiste is jumping up on the sofa table, and Indigo and Christopher are jumping up onto the dining room table. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, each of you roll for cat, because you're jumping up onto the table.
Oh, my cat is very high right now.
Roll the 2.
78.
I succeed.
What
Round
is
success.
What if you tie the number? Is that a success?
That
or
is
failure?
success, yes. And
Okay.
then Monsieur Baptiste?
I succeeded by quite a lot. I hope they will.
Okay, so I will say, you feel like the plan is going well, because you've gotten this far. You're so close to your prize.
Chicken's right there.
If you would like to, move a point from cat to criminal.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh yes.
You're so close to that manna from heaven.
Been
So,
very cat this whole
We'll
time.
go with Baptiste first.
Okay.
You successfully jump onto the sofa table, and there before you is that golden box with a glass top on top of it for a lid. And as you peer down, you see that golden plated dice set, so carefully placed into that box, wrapped in foam, so that nothing ever happens to it, with all of its preciousness. And it's glistening, yes. It's glistening and beckoning to you. Play with me.
Oh, yes, my darling. I will open the box very tenderly. And I will take out the largest and most interesting of these small rocks with strange runes on them.
You recognize this one to have the most sides to it, and has these strange little, you remember, it has these strange markings on them, which the humans call numbers.
I'm going to place it very carefully on the table. And then, very carefully, and with great gusto, swat it off of the table and see what I want.
So
Oh.
you are kind of batting at it with your paw and knocking it off the table?
I want to see what I roll, yes.
Okay.
Let's see what I rolled.
So, we'll go
I
to that
rolled
in
a
a
15.
second.
Hey.
We'll go to...
Christopher's head like snaps around, and he's like,
Yeah, I won't have you roll for this one, but right as that's happening, we're going to go to Indigo and Christopher. You both successfully hopped up onto the dining room table, and there lays all the spread and that huge ass chicken.
Huge ass chicken.
Yes, it has quite a large ass.
Yeah, no, Christopher's just gonna go straight for that chicken. Like,
Right.
there's no, like, he is immediately jumping on it.
Okay. Just for kicks, can you roll for carnage for me to see how
Oh,
much you
hell yeah.
decimate this chicken?
Do I roll 2 for that?
Yes,
Take a
please.
look.
Lower of the 2, yes.
Oh, yes, definitely succeed.
You tear into this like a rabid cat who has not eaten in weeks. Just starts devouring into this.
How
Indigo,
much
what
is
are you doing?
I'm the thief, so I'm trying to figure out how we get this chicken down.
Here, and I throw her the knives and say you can carve it up. Just make
Hold
sure-
on, you're doing something else at the moment while they're doing this, Baptiste.
What can I say? I mean, I've seen my cats carry pretty big pieces of meat. I don't know if they could carry a whole chicken, though. I think I grab
going
like
to-
like one of the legs and start like trying to yank a piece
As
off.
Christopher is decimating into this,
Yeah.
you're starting to drag this
Get
chicken
like a
off the
big
table.
chunk to like carry away.
Oh, you're trying to tear off a piece.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll
Go
say
with
you're
the drumstick. I'm trying to get
yes,
a drumstick.
because this chicken is so tenderized. That's easy to do. So you pull off a drumstick, and do you start eating right away?
Gotta get this chicken out of here. We want the whole thing.
I would say, since Christopher and Indigo are both getting a taste of this chicken, something's not quite right. This doesn't taste like normal chicken. Something's off. In fact, it almost tastes like
Oh no.
cardboard.
Oh no. Is it a tofurkey?
So as you pick your heads up like something's wrong, you see Baptiste knock off this gold-inflated ball, mini ball, off, and it's kind of like slow motion as it falls, and you're like, and it goes clink, 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 clink on the floor, onto this hardwood floor. It makes a loud thunk, which, funny enough, I have a giant one of these just for kicks. Monsieur Baptiste, you rolled a natural 20.
Hey!
So you feel pretty good of yourself because that's the highest number that you saw on there. However, with this, that actually made a decent amount of noise. And to which you hear from the kitchen, what the hell was that?
Uh-oh.
And you start to hear footsteps coming from the kitchen towards the dining room.
I quickly, there is one of the dice rocks in this thing that is like a little pyramid, and as a cat, the shape of the pyramid calls to me, and I chuck it near the entryway to the door, like a dangerous little spike on the floor for Reginald to fall to.
Nice.
You're throwing the dice.
Yes, the D4.
Betty.
I'd have to look at this. Okay. Throwing is not generally a cat thing, so roll for criminal to see how far you throw it. It's a success. Okay. I love it. Okay, so you pick up this golden pyramid, and as it says to you, use me to your whim, and you chuck it with your cupped paw.
Long have the pyramids served the cat and meow Larthorton.
Yes! You chuck this little golden tiny pyramid across the room, and it just kind of makes a and lands on the floor perfectly straight up with its point at the top.
Nice.
And as you see Reginald, it lands at the very doorway between where the kitchen and the living room meet. And it lands right there. And as you start to see the warden, Reginald, he steps, all of a sudden, as he's about to look into the room, he steps and like, ow! And he like hops back, because he was not wearing shoes at the time. He was only wearing socks, unfortunately for him. So he kind of stumbles back a few steps. You've bought yourself a few seconds.
Run! Run with all the loot!
This loot is crap!
It's what?
It's not chicken!
As Indigo says this,
Yeah.
Mr. Baptiste, suddenly it recalls to you, Reginald has a very specific diet. He doesn't tolerate a lot of protein.
This is some of that Jenny Craig shit.
It's a turkey!
You remember, it's a tofu chicken.
Oh my god! No! This is terrible!
It's
Decoy
fake.
chicken.
What kind of
What is
monster
this?
swill is this?
Who is this animal?
You have a few seconds. What are you going to do before
I'm
Reginald comes into the room?
the table to hide underneath, I guess.
Okay, Indigo's
I
hiding.
start slapping everything off the table.
Okay, you're knocking things off the table. Mr. Baptiste, what are you doing?
I jump onto Reginald's chest and just start yelling at him. What the fuck is this? You tyrant, you monster! This is animal cruelty!
I'm gonna go help Baptiste. I'm gonna jump off and grab his legs with all the claws.
Oh
Okay. Okay, so you guys are going after Reginald. Indigo's hiding. Indigo, roll for criminal for me to see how well you hide.
Let's see. Yeah, I gotta roll really low. I don't succeed.
Oh no! You hide under the tablecloth, but your tail is sticking out from underneath, but you think you're well. You just, your tail, you still feel it swishing, and you feel something on top of your tail, but you could just be imagining things. So your tail is still sticking out from underneath the tablecloth. For Christopher and Monsieur Baptiste, who's going, like, all of a sudden pounce on Reginald, and just kind of like, he's trying not to fall back on his butt, but he now has these two cats just,
I say, the tree of liberty only grows when watered by the blood of tyrants. And I start making kitty biscuits on his chest, trying to take him down.
I'll say, both of you roll for Cat. Christopher, roll twice for Carnage.
Oh boy.
I failed.
I definitely fail.
Oh no! Oh no! So as you're both trying to go at him, he's like, "Oh, these damn cats!" And he grabs you both by the scruff of your necks and manages to hold you back, hold you out like away from him. Like, what the hell, Baptiste? Don't you get out? Who is this? What the fuck? And he starts walking towards that door that you know leads to the outside.
Okay.
He's both carrying you out. What do you do?
This can work to our favor.
I piss on him.
Piss on him.
Okay, I'll let that happen. I'll let that happen.
Spray piss all over him.
Well, hold on. You are gonna pee on him, but roll once for Cat to see if it's like a long stream for me, please. Roll for Cat to see how well it is.
While that's happening, was there
I succeed!
Yay!
Okay, noted. Indigo.
Was there anything else worthy on the on the spread of the table? Like anything else that we could steal?
There, let's see. There was some cranberry sauce. There was some chicken. There was some like weird noodle concoction with some cheese that they managed to just slap together.
Okay.
You also know that there happened to be some finely sliced turkey for those who are not like the shredded turkey.
Yeah.
And they know then like that was for the family that just did not want to partake in the tofu chicken.
Okay.
So there is turkey up on that table. Not a lot of it, like a plate full.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hop back up on the table while what's his face is distracted.
Okay, so as Reginald is carrying Christopher and Monsieur Baptiste out, Indigo hops up on the table, and are you like just going to start like doing this? How are you going to take it out?
Yeah. Is there like a napkin? I might make like
Yes,
a
there are
little
plenty
like knapsack or something.
There are plenty of cloth, very nice embroidered cloth napkins. So you're going to like start like making this into kind of like a little haversack.
Yeah, something
Okay,
like that.
roll for criminal.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I will just take some arm hairs and some blood from Monsieur Reginald, which I might need later.
Okay.
I
So-
succeed.
So success.
Oh my God.
You're trying to like what, scratch into him or bite into him? What are you trying to do?
But my goal is to get a sample of his hair.
A sample of his hair?
I need arm hair. I'm an arcanist. I'm going to make
Ha!
a thing.
Do some voodoo shit.
Yes.
Are you going to go into your low cat guttural thing again?
Not yet, but I need supplies. I need these things for once I'm outside.
Oh, I see. Okay. So how are you going to get this arm hair? How are you going to do it? I need to know. So you're going to scratch at him.
Yes.
Okay. Roll for cat. We're gonna go through all these successes one at a time here in a second.
Success in this case.
Okay, all 3 success. Okay, cool. So, yes. So first of all, Christopher, you piss on him, and it is you've been holding this for a while, waiting for just the right moment because you are a male cat. You have to mark your territory. So now's as good of a time as ever. Shh, just go
I
straight
aim
on
it towards
him,
his face.
and he just like because he is holding you up like this.
Yeah.
It actually goes into his mouth and kind of like his eyes a little bit, and he's like, ah! And he ends up dropping you, which you land on your feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Indigo, you successfully get like this
Have my
haversack,
haversack.
like as full as you can get one of these cloth napkins, and which is most of the turkey on the plate. So you're able to like carry this little cloth napkin in your mouth.
Carry it.
You are able to successfully get a lot of that
Get
turkey into
all
that
that
mouth,
in
and
there.
you're ready to carry it off. Monsieur Baptiste, you do manage to bite him and just kind of get like, he is like a rather hairy guy, so he does like kind of have like the hair on his wrist a little bit.
Yeah.
You are able to get a few fibers of hair from that bite, and he's like, oh, what the crap? And all of this, he actually ends up dropping you too.
Oh, the fool. I will head to
Foo!
yes,
You fool!
Okay, so what happens from here?
I will
He's
head to
dropped
grab-
both of you on the ground. He was about halfway from the doorway of the kitchen to the living room. He was halfway from there to the door to outside, and he dropped both of you.
I will. I assume there is a little, one of those little, model houses with the baby in the wooden crate and the man with the staff. I take the man with the staff and I quickly stuff Reginald's hair into the staff and make a quick voodoo doll.
What the fuck is happening?
I say,
What?
enjoy your golden shower
I
from
am
a
an
golden.
artist. I took his hair. I'm making a voodoo doll.
What the fuck? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Roll for Arcanist, so roll twice.
I succeed.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure this is not what he had in mind for the Arcanist.
I did not see this coming at all, but I love it. Okay.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay.
you have taken some of the warden's hair and successfully stuffed it into
No, it's
what's
not
hollow.
Jesus voodoo doll. It is definitely like a
Joseph
wise man.
voodoo doll.
He's too
The
small.
sta-
He
the
looks nothing
staff
like
of-
Reginald.
The staff of this, what the humans call a shepherd, it had like this like hollow ceramic part, so there was a hole on top to this ceramic staff that you managed to take out of this little ceramic shepherd and stuff the hair of Reginald down into it. You are successful with that, and you feel like it could work to your advantage.
Oh my gosh.
I claw it in the buttocks.
You claw the ceramic shepherd in the buttocks.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
voodoo
sure.
doll. This
I'll
is how
say
this
since it's ceramic, you have to claw into it a little bit.
I honed my
And
claws.
it, huh?
I honed my claws earlier. I'm just saying.
Yes, you did. I'm going
That's
to go
true.
ahead and say yes. I was going to go ahead and say yes. You clawed it. Because it is ceramic. You do kind of leave like it's a little bit tougher than wood, but you do manage to scratch some cat scratch marks into the ceramic. Okay.
And
While this is happening,
Yes.
and they're all distracted, I'm gonna be taking my haversack of turkey up the stairs to the bedroom and out the window. That's my planned trajectory.
You will have to go through the kitchen.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay. Well, they're still distracted. I can do that. I will
Okay,
attempt to.
So you're going to sneak past Reginald. I will go ahead and say between Christopher and Mr. Baptiste,
It's a lot
he
going on.
is sufficiently distracted,
Yes.
especially trying to spit out the cat urine.
and figuring out why his butt hurts.
Yes, and that. And it's also, the cat urine also did get in his eye, so he's like blinded right now because it's burning. So he's in a very bad spot right now. So yeah, easy.
Cool.
You run past Reginald, and you are on your way through the living. So I would say, if anyone wants to do anything during this time, she makes it halfway through the living room. Is anyone doing anything?
Keep distracting him.
I am just yelling in his face. Just, ah! You big, stupid, hairless feline! I've never met a cat that's as dumb as you! Look at you, you're so ugly!
I just hold him up like this, and I say, dance, dance.
And he just kind of like starts doing this while also trying to like, ah! Just
Your
still trying to
whiskers are offensively short!
I have a better mustache than you tyrant.
Okay, so as you're distracting him now, you did actually, because you saw Indigo slip by as you're doing this. She has a haversack full of something, and it smelled like meat. So you did smell it. As they are distracting, I would say now you have gotten to the bottom of the stairs now, Indigo. Okay, but you both know now that she's carrying a haversack full of some kind of meat, and it does smell like actual
Making
meat.
my escape, guys.
As she does that, I will.
You do you.
I will take Reginald, and I will hold him like this as he does, and I will walk him over and have him go outside, and then you like open the door right and go outside.
Oh! And he's blinded, so he kind of has to like, oh, what the hell is happening? And
once he's outside, I grab the bottle of Cat Bernet, which I think is probably it's way cheaper than he likes to pretend it is. It's like 18 crimes or some shit.
18 times.
It's not quite barefoot or something like that, but it's not great either. And I will grab the wine and follow Indigo. I say, "Come with me, Christopher. We shall be free."
So before you try to pilfer away with this large bottle of alcohol, roll for criminal, please.
Yes, I will roll for criminal all day. I succeed. I also maybe go to 6 points in criminal with that success.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, because you were
You've
successful.
been rolling a lot of criminal, yeah.
So if you, so you pick up this bottle, and as you say, you start to say, Christopher, come with me. And you look down at this large bottle, and you think, why would I want to share when I can have it all to myself?
I must take the whole chicken. Shan't be mine. I will pretend that I am of the same mind I have been for the time. Christopher, we must go. I say, with two little cat fingers crossed behind my kitty.
Lead the way.
Paws crossed behind your cat back. Okay.
Aww.
So as Reginald is stuck trying to feel for the doorknob to the outdoor because he's blinded, his eyes are burning, he's got a mouthful of piss, you both make a beeline to catch up to Indigo, which Indigo is now caught up to the bottom of the stairs as both of you ran, and you're now at the bottom of the stairs, so you're not that far behind. Do you all three keep running?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you're running quickly up the stairs. And as you do so, the front door opens. And Monsieur Baptiste, you look back and see the familiar feet starting to step through of your most tolerated human, Leslie.
Oh,
I immediately,
Crayon.
my response to this is to clock Christopher over the top of the head with a bottle and pin him down and say, I have him, Leslie! He killed the bird! He's a traitor!
Ah! Indigo, do you do anything? You're still running. What do you do?
Okay, first of all, did this actually happen? I feel like some rolls need to happen.
I would honestly, actually, yeah, go ahead and, you have a high criminal right now.
What actually happens will
I
determine
cannot
what I
fail.
do.
I'm going to, hold on, first of all, let's do this. Christopher, how do you react? Like your knee-jerk reaction to this?
Yeah, you're a street cat. You got reflexes for days.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wait. So where are you guys right now?
We're
You
all
are
on the
living
stairs.
room, and I have betrayed you in the sense that you killed the bird and I have apprehended you.
You are now, you and Baptiste are at the bottom of the stairs. Indigo just got to the top as she's making her way off with this haversack full of meat. But Baptiste has suddenly turned on you to, frame you for this act of killing the bird. And he has tried to put you to the ground. What is your knee-jerk reaction?
There's a wild look in his eyes. He seems out of his own mind. He seems insane even.
He clocked you with the bottle. So what is your knee-jerk reaction?
Well, I'm gonna fight. I'm just gonna go into straight
that card?
street cat mode.
Okay. So, yeah.
I'm gonna grab him around the neck and bunny kick his face.
Yeah.
So I would say, because Monsieur Baptiste has a 6 now in criminal, it's pointless for him to roll. So I would say, for Christopher, roll 2d6 for carnage.
Oh boy.
You're gonna fight back.
Fuck him up.
I rolled 2 2s, so
What was your cat stat?
it's 2.
You succeed! Alright, you successfully, you said bunny kick him?
Yes,
but
I'm gonna bunny
yes.
kick his face.
Yeah, you successfully, bunny kick him in the face. And
This is
he
not
as a
contested of
result,
some
he
sort.
drops the bottle. As the result, he drops the bottle and it goes rolling towards the front door. But as you do this, you're like,
This truly pains me, friend. This truly pains me, but I have no choice.
And Mr. Baptiste, are you fighting back?
Someone says that I am a Benedict Arnold. Oh dear. Bruce the cat gets a treat, says the chat.
Okay.
Bruce the
I'll go lure him with a treat.
Yay!
Quickly, while she's gone.
But I just need to know for flavor's sake, Mr. Baptiste, do you fight back just for flavor's sake, or do you just like in shock?
No, I think it actually helps my case if I do not fight back. The idea being that then I look like a victim, as if this crazy cat has broken into my house and has killed my best friend, the cockatoo.
Okay.
I say, oh, Leslie,
Bruce
Bruce
gets a treat.
Yay, Bruce!
He really wants it.
I just say,
Yay!
Leslie,
He's trying to grab it. There he goes.
Yay!
Here, Bruce, over here. Look at the camera, Bruce.
Oh, sweet Bruce.
Sweet kitty!
Leslie,
Yay! Okay, so as all of a sudden Christopher launches onto you and just starts clawing away at you, you're just playing the helpless victim like, and the bottle in the meantime is rolling towards the front door, to which Leslie stops and looks up. Indigo, are you still running?
I see that my dear friend is fighting back. We've run many heists, so I'm gonna keep going because I know he knows the drill.
I want to turn around and just run after her.
As soon as Leslie sees
the bedroom out the window.
As soon as Leslie sees this orange tabby cat and you realize she spotted you, off after you go chasing after Indigo. Indigo, you already know your way back outside, so you successfully make it back outside the window. And with Christopher not too far behind you. But then Leslie, meanwhile, and Monsieur Baptiste, she immediately drops her shopping bags from that last final blowout sale, and she runs over to you like, oh my God, Baptiste, are you okay? And she immediately picks you up and cradles you like, my poor kitty, are you okay? And starts looking for any bite marks you've got.
I definitely, I have a slight, like, it's very nothing. But as Leslie, I very much make it something. We say, hurt little paw. I hold it very much like this up against me.
Are you hissing at her?
No,
Oh.
meow.
Oh, okay, like a pitiful mew.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, oh, my poor kitty, and she's just kind of cradling you and just petting you like, you poor baby, what did they do to you?
Leslie.
And she's just yelling at Reginald for allowing like something like this to happen. As she carries you into the kitchen, he is still like,
Figuring out. Oh,
just
God.
freaking out against the door, and he hears his wife, and he stops like, oh shit. And he goes to the dining room and sees all the chaos and carnage. He's like, Reginald.
Outside.
To which we join our two successful
Real quick,
cats.
I do say to Leslie, I say, maybe next time you should lock him in the bedroom, Leslie. I'm just saying.
And she's still like outside. And she doesn't even like, she just exactly whispers that like outside.
Yeah.
You know, she's that mad. But meanwhile, as we close the scene on Monsieur Baptiste, our final scene goes to our Christopher and Indigo. As you make it back down outside the fire escape, you make it back down to where your journey began, your adventure, next to between the two trash cans, who are still knocked over at this point. And Indigo opens the haversack, and Christopher, you see and smell that beautiful shredded turkey in front of you.
I jump up on the trash can and say, "Join me, my queen."
And I do. And we feast. We feast on our
feast.
spoils.
And you feast on the shredded turkey from an unexpected but very much successful heist. And that is where we'll end this game of High Hopes in the Kitchen. Well done!
So fun!
Before we end, there is a bit of a time skip, and you see a Baptiste a few days later with a little bit of orange tabby hair and a little bit of grey hair, and he's doing this with a twirled mustache in his full criminal mode for next game. I think that Baptiste will be the big bad of High Hopes 2.
Oh my god!
Interesting. Very nice. Very well played, guys. That was so amazing.
I
was really
am very
fun.
pleased. Guys, this was a lot of fun. And also, big hats off to Megan, who this is her second time GMing.
Yeah, Megan, this was
Yay!
great.
Very good job,
Fantastic. I'm so
Megan.
proud of you,
Hey,
my
thank you. You guys made it awesome, honestly. Like, just for the audience record, I did not, like, when you download this game, please do, if you are not convinced that this is a very fun game, please go download it. It's only 3 pages. And you have to, if you're going to DM, you roll for all this setting, so it's randomized. And I only rolled this last night, and I was up late just typing up this intro. But it is so fun, and the improv is so easy to work with. This was such a joy. I'm never going to forget this, you guys. We're going to have to do this again at some point.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah.
High Hopes
if you
Part
wish to
2.
play, let us know. We'll get you in on the sequel. I'm all
Please.
about getting people in on this
We would
channel.
love to have more cats join the pack.
I think I really need to make a Discord. Guys, if I made a Discord channel in the chat, would you guys be interested in joining that so that we can get more people in on these games? That might be a thing I have to do soon.
Yes, please. This was just
So
I knew watching and rewatching all those episodes of Honey Heist were all gonna pay off. But this was just as fun, maybe if not more, because now we personally get to experience it.
Yeah.
And it was just so easy. Like, I'm terrified. This is my only second time doing this as a DM, but I mean, I just let loose, and you guys were so fun to work with. So
I really love
bravo
these
to you guys.
these 1 to 2 page TTRPGs.
Yeah.
By the way, this is we've mentioned Max several times, and for sure download this game. It is a hack of another game by Grant Howitt that you should also check out, Honey Heist. If you look on itch, Grant Howitt has a lot of great games. Another one of his that I have planned very soon is Nice Marines. But I'm gonna have all of my friends that are going to play Nice Marines are active duty and veterans when we do that one, and I want to make that a charity stream, so it's a little ways off because I got to plan it.
Nice Marines, Honey Heist, Crash Pandas has also been featured. Are all Grant Howitt. So yeah, if you're also interested in other similar games, please go look up that as well. But I definitely
like this
will want to
version
do
though,
this
because
again. I will want to do
I
this
don't know
again.
anything about being a bear, but I do know a lot about cats.
Being a cat, exactly.
It's a lot easier to be a cat than a bear.
And fun fact, myself and Casey, who we are married, are the only ones here that do not actually own a cat.
Much to my wife's chagrin. We'll see. I don't know. She might break me eventually.
Yes.
This weird-looking cat decided to join.
Oh.
It's got like a weirdly
Aw.
long nose.
Ink blueberry.
But yeah, check out Max Kasperek on itch.io. They make some awesome stuff. I think this is the only game at the moment, but I would love to see some more stuff from you, Max. It's really good.
Absolutely. Please keep it coming.
So fun.
Yeah, check them out on Twitter.
Everybody.
Maybe a dog version?
Be a cat.
I'd play a pupper version.
I definitely.
I
I
would
also
for
love
sure.
that a game came out of a meme.
Yeah.
Max, I'm gonna plug your Twitter as well, because people should find you on Twitter. But we had a great time with it. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, this was so much fun.
And if you come out with any more games, let me know so we can play them on the stream.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Tune in tomorrow night on Chaotic Tiefling. I posted that link up above, and I'll tweet about it tomorrow if you want to see some Shakespeare. And we will do other cool stuff. Tune in a couple weeks for Zweihander.
I'm streaming Maneater on Mondays as always.
Yeah.
But that would be the next thing. So
So thank you all for tuning in. As always, have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Wear a mask if you can when you go outside. And always, as always, play more games. Bye.